Hey, how you doing? I hope you're safe and well. My name is, of course, Laura Evans, and I am your host for the NLP Talks Podcast. And today is a very special episode because it is the Christmas bonus episode. And do stay with me until the end because I've got a couple of super duper offers for our listeners around the world. One is an exclusive podcast offer, which you're not going to find anywhere else. So stay tuned for that. Now, first of all, I want to start by reviewing the podcast. This is episode 50 of the podcast. Wow. We put out the very first trailer for this podcast in December 2018. And here I am in December 2021, having got 50 episodes of the podcast. We've been listened to in 96 countries around the world, and we've had over 23,500 downloads. So I want to start by saying a massive thank you to all of our amazing followers, and that includes you. So thank you so much, because we're so grateful for people continuing to tune in, and for people that continue to send us positive feedback about the podcast. As you know, I don't run ads on this podcast, and it is completely free content. And it fills me with joy to know that so many people have emailed us this year saying how the podcast has helped them and touched them. I'm not going to read out any of the personal emails because I don't have permission to do that. But suffice to say, I have been in tears reading some of them. I have laughed at some of them, and it continues to inspire me to continue with the podcast. So thank you to every single person that has listened to the podcast and has sent me an email. I truly, truly appreciate you. So thank you so much. Thank you also to everybody that's left a review for us. Have you left a review? If you're listening to this podcast, please, could I ask you to take a few minutes just to leave us a review about the podcast? I love reading them. I've got one here to read to you on Apple Podcast. So Gemma has written, "These podcasts led me to train with Laura, and I'm now going through all the episodes again with a new perspective. Laura offers fantastic insights and is very generous in sharing her knowledge. It's also great to hear from coaches who have trained with Laura who are now successfully applying NLP in many different areas." So Gemma, thank you so much for that review. And if you're a listener of our podcast and you haven't left us a review, please do. I'd really appreciate you doing that. So thank you to all of you as our listeners. Now, moving on. In terms of the NLP training business, did I mention earlier there's a couple of offers coming up in this episode? I hope I did mention it. If I didn't, stay tuned because there's a couple of offers for you coming. We have trained 145 students face-to-face, and I've personally spent 912 hours in the training room, which equates to 54,720 minutes. I'm not quite sure how the guys work that out, but that is an impressive stat. I'm quite proud of that. And I've trained 55 certified NLP practitioners, 48 certified NLP coaches, and 34 master coaches or certified master practitioners. And it's all of these people and all the hundreds of students I've trained before that help me with my mission. If you're a follower of the podcast, you'll know that my mission is to train 5,000 people in NLP. And if each of those go on to help just 10 people each, then that means that I will have positively impacted 50,000 lives in my lifetime. And that doesn't include all of you lovely listeners that listen to all of my free content here on the podcast. So that just fills me with joy. I continue to be hugely inspired by our students who go on to do such amazing things. And if you're a listener of the podcast, you'll have heard so many of those stories of how NLP has helped people change their lives, created coaching businesses, and it's just amazing. I just feel so proud of everybody. I've signed 339 certificates. Wow, that's a lot of signatures. And we've given out 357 manuals, and we have had 687 online students. Hint, that might be something to do with the offer at the end. So yeah, now we don't send out Christmas cards. But instead, what I do every year is I plant trees instead. So I'm delighted to tell you that this year we have planted 15 trees here in Wales, where my training business is based. and that will help to offset 15 tons of carbon. So that's in place of Christmas cards to our customers and our suppliers. So a very Merry Christmas to all our customers and our suppliers. And you guys have helped contribute to the positive environmental impact of planting 15 trees, which is amazing. On a personal note, I'm hugely proud of the awards which I have won this year. So in May, I had the pleasure of being awarded the leading NLP training provider in Wales for the second year running, which is brilliant. I also was awarded Welsh Businesswoman of the Year at a UK-wide national event in London with the National Women's Business Awards in July. I was hugely proud of that. And then most recently, we have been awarded the Customer Excellence Award with the Business Growth Awards. Now, that was particularly special because unlike many customer service awards, that was based on a mystery shopper experience. So we still to this day have no idea who it was. And what I can tell you is the lovely Lynn Farrow, who is our operations manager, clearly took the call and answered all their questions. And get this, she got 98% in that mystery shopper award. So we were absolutely the top of the pack. Hugely proud of Lynn and hugely proud of the customer service and multi-award winning customer service and NLP training that we provide here, which is absolutely amazing. So proud of that. I'm also hugely proud of the fact that this year we have had a booking from Australia and also from Egypt. So I'm sure the podcast had something to do with that. Hugely proud that these two ladies are flying all the way around the world to come and train with me. And I just wanted to share that to inspire a few of our international listeners to consider maybe coming across to the UK to come and train with me. I promise you, I think it's worth it. So hugely proud of that as well. So what a successful year, both with the podcast and our training business. And so my Christmas gift to you, I feel like I should have a bit of a drum roll. Not sure if that'll come out on the podcast, but there we go. I have a Christmas gift for you. And so here is what I have done. You will probably have heard on the podcast me talk about the face-to-face courses, but you might not have heard me talk as much about our online courses. And of course, the beauty of our online courses is they are on demand. And what that means is you can watch them anywhere that you've got Wi-Fi. So at a time that suits you, at a location that suits you, as long as you've got Wi-Fi, you'll be able to access the training. And I thought, do you know what? I don't talk much about the online courses. So let me give our NLP Talks listeners an offer. So I've got two offers for you. These offers are both available to you until the 31st of January. And this is what we're going to do. So we have two courses which I've picked. The first one is called NLP Demystified. So this is a about 5 or 6 hour course, something like that. And it's an introduction to NLP that, as the title suggests, aims to demystify NLP. So if you have enjoyed the podcast and you are looking for a little bit more, you want to know a little bit more about how to work with limiting beliefs, how to set goals. If you heard the last episode, I talked all about goal setting in the Money podcast. So in this course, you'll learn exactly how to set the goals and the way that we do it. I teach you how to do anchoring. I teach you how to resolve internal conflicts and also a great style of questioning skills. It's a really good all-round course as an introduction to NLP. Now, all of the course material, so the videos, are split up into short bite-sized chunks so that you can easily access them. And what people tell me is they find it hugely useful because they're nice short episodes. It means that they can pick up and put it down kind of as they go, which is just brilliant. Really, really, really helpful. So usually that is £49. So obviously all these prices are UK pounds because that's where I'm based. So £49, but until the 31st of January, you can have it for half price. So it'll be just £24. So in order to access that, you need to go to bit.ly/NLP Talks Offer 1. So bit.ly/ NLP Talks Offer 1. I will put the link in the description of the podcast so that you can see it, but bit.ly/NLP Talks Offer 1. Now that will take you to the NLP Demystified course. If you click, you can either click on free preview so you can have a little bit of a look at the course and have a look at some of the lessons and get a feel for it. If you already know that you want it, all you do is hit buy now. It will say £49, but at checkout, there is a little box that says coupon. And where it says coupon, I want you to put the code in NLP. Nice and easy. You can remember that, right? So where it says coupon, just write NLP and you'll get it half price. So that's NLP Demystified, half price, usually £49. And for you guys, just £24 until the end of January. Nice little introduction for 5 or 6 hours. By the way, once you've bought the course, it's yours for life. So you can watch it as many times as you like. So I don't do this whole only get buy access for 7 days or only buy access for, 30 days. It's lifetime access. So you can come back and watch it as many times as you like. If, however, you're interested in something a little bit more in depth than just 5 or 6 hours, then you may want to have a look at the second offer, which I have got for you. So the second offer is for our diploma in NLP coaching. So basically what happened was I used to run this course live, and as a one-off, I'm actually running it live in Cardiff in January 2022. But I used to run this course live, and it was a 2-day course. And a lot of people used to say to me, Laura, don't want to wait until you next run it. Can you record it? And can we have access to the recording? And that's exactly what we did. So I ran the course and I invited the video guys to come into the training room. They literally, honest to God, they sat in the back row and filmed everything. They were like, the camera was like a student. And yeah, they recorded the full 2 days. And then we have split that up into, again, bite-sized videos. So it's essentially, I think, about 10.5 hours worth of training. But obviously, you don't have to do it over 2 days like I delivered it. You absolutely could just split it up as far as you wanted to. The course is obviously more in depth because it's twice as long as the NLP Demystified, double the length. And so we go in more detail into some of the areas that are particularly pertinent for coaching. So yes, we do an introduction to NLP. So no prior knowledge is needed for this course either. So I'll explain what NLP is, the history of NLP. Then I'll talk you through the NLP communication model, which is essentially how the mind works. Some of the assumptions of NLP and what we call the success mindset of NLP. So really help you understand all of that. And then what we do is I basically have picked a load of different NLP topics, which are brilliant for coaching. So I teach you how to write a goal the NLP way. I teach you the principles to success. I teach you something called meta programs, which you'll have heard me talk about on the podcast, I'm sure. So 11 different meta programs to really help you become more influential in your communication, your motivation, your leadership. All of those things, if you work in business, really helpful. I teach you how to build rapport with anyone, even people you don't like. That's super helpful. I also take you through how to do anchoring and a whole host of other things, coaching tools like perceptual positions. You'll learn how to do all of those things. So the coaching diploma is very much an introduction to NLP, but it's way more than that, because you'll walk away with at least, off the top of my head, I think it's at least 10 actual practical tools that you can go and use. What have some of our previous students said about the coach diploma? Well, let me read you 2 testimonials that we have for it. So Kat has said, very excited to have completed my online diploma in NLP coaching course with Laura. Brilliant course and content, paced just right, eye-opening course, really enjoyed, such an amazing experience. Annie said, after a packed 2-day online course, I've learned a huge amount about NLP, how I can apply it as a coach, and how I can build more productive relationships at work. I learned a lot about my learning and communication preferences and how to spot other people's preferences so I can adopt my style accordingly. Next step is to set my goal for continuing my NLP education. Thank you, Laura, at Unleash Your Potential. It was a completely absorbing and fascinating experience. So that's 2 testimonials for the online diploma in NLP coaching. So what's the deal and how do you get your hands on it? So what I have done now, this, ladies and gents, is an exclusive podcast offer. You are not going to find this on any of my emails, any of my social media profiles. This is a deal I'm doing just for you as a podcast listener. Until the end of January, you can get the online coach diploma for half price. Okay, so half price. So the exclusive NLP Talks podcast offer, the course is normally £150. Until the end of January, you can have it at half price at £75. That is an absolute steal for the equivalent of 2 days of training. Now, with the coach diploma, you also get a comprehensive manual to print off and use with the course. You also get a copy of the slides. And once you have completed the course, you get a CPD certificate. So if you like certificates, or you need a certificate for CPD purposes, if you're a coach or in another profession that needs CPD, you do get a CPD certificate with the diploma in NLP coaching. You also get lifetime access. The course is split up into bite-sized videos so that you can pick the course up and put it down as you wish. You can revisit the topics as many times as you like because it is lifetime access. If you are interested in the coach diploma, so remember, it's an exclusive offer just for you guys here on the podcast, half price until the end of January. You just need to go to bit.ly/NLP Talks offer 2. So bit.ly/NLP Talks offer 2, bit.ly/NLP Talks offer 2. When you get there, what you'll find, again, is there'll be a button you can click to do a free preview. So you can watch a couple of the videos and just see if you like it. Assuming that you then want to buy it, click the buy button. The buy button will clearly say it's £150 because that is what we sell it for. When you get to the checkout, look for the coupon section and it will invite you to pop in the coupon. The coupon code for the coach diploma is Learn NLP. All one word, Learn NLP. Okay. Now, that is, as I said, an exclusive offer just for you guys here on the podcast as a thank you from me to you for being a loyal listener of my work and my podcast. I wanted to give you an opportunity. And with Christmas fast approaching, I thought, do you know what? It might be an ideal opportunity for some of our listeners around the world to get their teeth into some NLP. And to basically have me in your home. So, yeah, which is brilliant. So just to recap, both courses are half price. Both courses have separate codes. So just let me quickly recap. So NLP Demystified, that is the short introduction course, about 5 or 6 hours, usually £49. For you guys, it's £24, half price until the end of January. You need to go to bit.ly/NLP Talks offer 1. When you get to checkout, pop the code NLP in at the checkout to make sure that you get it for half price at £24. And the second offer, which is an exclusive offer, if you follow us on social media, you will see us putting the NLP Demystified out on social media, but we will not be putting this second offer out. So it's exclusive for you as a podcast listener. It is online access to the diploma in NLP coaching, usually £150. You guys are going to get it for half price until the end of January. You're going to go to bit.ly/NLP Talks offer 2. So that's bit.ly/NLP Talks offer 2. And you're going to put the coupon code Learn NLP. So that's Learn NLP, all one word, in at the checkout. And then that's going to make it half price for you. And you're going to get it for £75. So thank you so much for joining me on what is episode 50 of the podcast, which is a happy Christmas episode. And I genuinely wish every single one of you, our listeners, a very, very Merry Christmas and a healthy and prosperous New Year. And take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and lots of Laura love from me to you. Happy Christmas.